So yeah, good morning. Lovely to see you. Beautiful sunny day here. I think it might look like it is with you as well. We're going to start this class lying on our backs with a belt to hand. But first of all, just lying down either with your legs extended or your feet standing on the floor. Take the first few moments of your practice to arrive and to settle into your body. So maybe you've just got out of bed, maybe you've been up for a while. Taking time to really drop into sensations that are present here right now. Having a sense of the quality of the day. What can you hear? What's the temperature of the air around you? And committing yourself a little bit more to the earth beneath you, really feeling into that contact. Noticing the quality of your natural breath without trying to change anything. What does it feel like to breathe this morning? Where do you feel the breath in the body? And then if it's right for you, taking a couple of moments to reflect on what's brought you to the mat. What do you really desire from this practice today? What kind of person would you like to be when you get off your mat and walk into the rest of your day? What might the practice give you? You can bring that intention right into every cell of your body. And then please stand both of your feet on the floor if they're not there already. And grabbing hold of your belt. Actually, sorry, let's just leave the belt to the side for the moment and just bring the right knee into your chest with your hands. And I'd like you, with your right knee brought into your chest, to bring your attention to your sacrum, to your pelvis. And we're going to begin to roll towards the tailbone, allowing the knee to move away from the body, your arms to straighten. And you're going to roll back from the tailbone to the top of the pelvis, drawing the knee in towards the chest. Your elbows will bend. And that's all I'd like you to do for a few rounds, simply rolling the pelvis forwards and back. And correspondingly, allowing the left thigh bone to articulate in the, right thigh bone in the right hip socket. And you might notice that you press a little bit into the left foot as you draw your knee towards you. Just see if that's what's happening. And the other thing you can do here is, although you're continuing to move the pelvis in this way, You could vary the movement with your right leg. So I'm beginning to circle the right knee out to the right, bring it over the body. Gently lubricating this morning into the right hip socket. And then if you have been circling, you could reverse the direction of the circles. Breathing freely. Beautiful. Okay, so holding your knee here in towards you, please grab hold of your belt or your strap and bring the belt or strap into the instep of your foot. And as you stretch your leg long, I would like your leg to be straight. So if it starts bending as you bring it in over the body, allow the leg to float away. And your upper arms are resting on the floor. So there's nothing tight here. Just have a little feel into your ankles. You could circle your ankles, you could point and you could flex your toes. Lovely. And then we're going to bring that same pelvic tilting movement in. You're going to roll over to the tailbone and your leg will move away from you, probably. And then as you flatten your back and roll to the top of your pelvis, maybe your leg draws in more towards you, but not with a yank. Keep it really soft this morning. So we're just gently articulating movement in the lower spine, movement in the pelvis, with a slow waking up of the right leg without force. Try and go slow. It's better for your nervous system. Better for your tissues to catch up with you. Fabulous. And the next time you draw the leg in towards you, keep it there where it feels comfortable, but a little bit of sensation in the back of the leg. And see what it feels like to slide the left leg long. And notice if you start gripping in the collarbones, in the throat, in the jaw. Soften here for a few breaths, pushing your heel up towards the ceiling. If it just doesn't work for you to slide the left leg long, you can stand the foot on the floor. Beautiful. And then from here, taking both sides of the belt in your right hand and drawing your left knee into your hand. So it's coming off the floor, the foot's coming off the floor. Take a lovely breath in, and on the breath out, draw your legs apart whilst keeping the back of the pelvis stable on the floor. And you can use movement in the right foot to just notice what's going on in the right leg. Have a little move around here and breathe. Looking really good. Both got really stable pelvis. Probably you're feeling not only into the back of the right leg, but also down the inside seam to the groin. And then bringing your legs together again. Place the left foot down on the floor, right out to the side of your mat. And take both sides of the belt in your left hand. And first of all, allow the left knee to fall into the middle. It's falling into the middle of your mat. And then bring the right leg over the top. So your thighs cross at the top. Probably now feel the outside of the right leg, the buttock. For me, it feels quite intense this morning. I don't know about you. So this is very stable for the pelvis, and it might be that this is where you want to stay. Or you slide the left leg long and And draw the right leg all the way over. So you're rolling onto the left side of the body. If it's right for you, you take your eyes to the right. So it's quite a strong twist. And take a few breaths as you acclimatize in the pose. Settling into that right shoulder blade, softening in the face. We're also getting a little bit of a massage of our abdominal organs, which is great for digestion. Okay, and then gently rolling onto your back, swinging the leg to the top. Please remove the belt. And inhale here with the leg raised. And then gather your abdominal muscles and exhale slowly with control. Lower the leg to the floor. And take a moment to feel the difference between the two sides of your body. What do you notice? And then please stand your feet on the floor and bring your left knee in towards you. And we just begin that very gentle rolling the pelvis over the tailbone as the knee moves away from the body. Little tunnel creating between the lower back and the floor. And then drawing the knee in towards the chest. So I would take these movements really slowly. It's not just about how can I put this? It's not just about fast movement and lubrication in the joint. It's about how you notice every millimeter of the movement, how you feel it, how you slow yourself down. That's much better. And then remember to add the circles in the knee at the same time as rocking the pelvis gently from front to back. And then taking the knee in the opposite direction. That's really beautiful, both of you. Okay, and then drawing the knee in towards you, and we'll use the belt again. The insteps, just settling the legs so it's straight, so your arms are relaxed. And then bringing that rolling of the pelvis back in again, rolling over the tailbone, and your leg will move away from you. Rolling back to flatten the lower back, and the leg will come towards you. Really feel it, take it slow. Breathe. And then one of these times when the leg is a little bit, well, as far as it'll come over the body without bending, see if it's right for you to slide the right leg along. And if the left knee begins to buckle, it'd be better to stand the right foot on the floor. And take a few breaths, maybe moving into the left ankle, flexing the toes, pointing them. Fantastic. Take a full breath in. Exhaling, taking both sides of the belt on the left hand as you draw your right knee in towards you. Take a full breath in here, and as you exhale, allow your legs to separate, but without rolling over onto one side. Beautiful. So this whole sequence is called Supta Padangustasana, which basically means thumb to big toe. pose, because you could be doing all of this without the belt. You could be holding on to your big toe. Breathe here, feel the inside of the left leg. Push through the heel of that left leg to just enliven the hamstrings, the inner muscles. And then bring your legs together again. Change your belt into the right hand and take your right foot down to as far over to the right side as possible before you allow the knee to fall into the left. And you draw your left leg over the top so it crosses it. Try not to clench in the jaw or in any other parts of the body. And it may well be that this is where you want to stay. Or you might like to slide the right leg long. For me, the wall is in the way. But if you're going to, you roll over onto the right side of the body, bringing the left leg with you. Maybe looking to the left and softening into the left shoulder. Beautiful, breathe. What do you feel and where do you feel it? And then inhaling, swing back up to the top. Keep the belt, keep the leg vertical and remove the belt. We won't use it anymore. Just take a moment to feel the right leg flattening into the floor with your left leg raised. And inhale. And as you exhale slowly with control, strong abdomen, lower your left leg to the floor. And then enjoy a few moments simply resting here, feeling the effects of Supta Padangusthasana variations. We're just going to do a couple more things on our backs before coming up. So we're working into the legs and the hips quite a lot today. We're going to take pigeon on the back. So please step your left foot on the floor and place your right ankle over the left knee. And when we come to do pigeon itself later in the sequence, if this isn't right for you because of any pain in the knee, you come to this pose. Now keep your hands on the floor and your left foot on the floor for now. And take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, draw your legs in towards you. And take a breath in here, feel into the right hip. And then breathe out, float your left foot to the floor again. Fantastic. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out, float your legs in towards you. Breathe in here. Exhale to float the left foot down. Take a breath in. And this time, float your legs in towards you to stay. Now, there's different things you can do here. If you find this pose really inaccessible, you could do it against a wall, pressing your left foot against the wall, and that will already give you a nice sensation in the right hip. Otherwise, take your right hand through the gap in between your legs. Interlace it with the left hand, either behind the left thigh, over the shin, or you can use a belt. Perfect. Yeah, that's brilliant. And whichever version you've chosen, taking a few breaths here to just notice what's going on, probably in the right hip. And I like to flex my right foot to protect the tissues of the knee. Continuing to ease the right knee away from you. And trying to keep length in the back of the neck, chin in towards your chest. If you're doing the version against the wall, stay there. If you're holding your legs in towards you, take a full breath in. And then as you breathe out, lift your head towards your knees. You curl up into a little ball. And then take a full breath in here. And exhale, gently lower yourself. And both of you taking your arms out in a T shape. Take a full breath in. And then can you allow your legs to float over to the left in a little twist? I think you can do that, yeah, even if you're against the wall. Looking over to your right hand. Maybe taking your left hand to the right knee just to encourage it a bit more over to the left. And breathing here. Taking a full breath in and a long breath out. And we're going to roll onto our backs and come into half happy baby. So please keep your left foot on the floor and see if you can hold on to your right foot with one or two hands. If you can't reach the foot, hold lower down the leg. But we're taking that right knee as far out to the right as possible as the left knee flops out to the side. Looking good. And you can rock around a bit here now because it's quite a deep hip opener. And only if it's right for you, slide the left leg long, maybe even float it off the floor a bit. And breathe here. Trying to stay as soft in the shoulders and the jaw as possible. And it's fine to move around a bit to explore sensation in this pose. So it's quite a slow, limbering warm-up this morning. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, just simply bend your right knee, bring your knee in towards you. Have a little circle around before we take those two poses to the left. Fabulous. So you're going to place your right foot on the floor and your left ankle over the right knee with your arms by your sides to begin with. Feel the stability of your pelvis and breathe in. And then breathe out, float your legs in towards you. Notice if it feels different on the left. And inhale here. And breathe out, drop your right foot to the floor. Please do two more. So you breathe in when you're still. You breathe out to move. And on the third one, you come to stay. If you're using the wall, you press your right foot against the wall. If you're going to interlace your arms, you take the left hand through the gap to hold onto the right hand, either behind the thigh or over the shin, flexing that left foot, long in the back of the neck. And breathe as you ease your left knee away from you. Really soften the roof of your mouth. Take a full breath in, and then breathing out, lift your, if you're not using the wall, lift your head towards your legs. And take a breath in here. And then breathe out, gently release the head. And bring your right foot to the floor as you take half happy baby to the left. Just allowing the left knee to come as far over to the left as possible, the right knee to flop out. Maybe slide the right leg long. And have a little rock. Forgot to do the twist with the, we can come back to that in a minute. Breathe here. Taking a full breath in and a long breath out. And I do apologize, we're going to come back to that pigeon on the back. So you're going to bend your right knee and take the left ankle over. And either with your knees in towards you or your right foot on the floor, take the knees all the way over to the right. Maybe your eyes look to the left. Maybe take your right hand to that left knee. And this is quite a complicated little twist because of the position of the legs. So notice how it feels, where you might be glitchy, where you might be able to soften and breathe. And then taking a lovely full breath in all the way down to your belly. And a long breath out. Gently roll your head and roll yourself back and slide both legs long. Take a little rest here. Notice how your body meets the floor. Notice the quality of your breath. So my lower body, I don't know about you, but my lower body feels completely different after what we've just done. It's an aliveness, but also a softness in relationship to the floor. Beautiful. And then please bring yourself over to an all fours position. And when you're there, we'll just take some very gentle circles just to free up the hips after everything we've been doing. Just very briefly, and then taking the circles in the opposite direction. Now, I just want to explain that we're going to do a little flow, and I want to give you, I'll just show you, I want to give you the option of at times from a downward dog, coming to a three-legged downward dog, opening the hip, keeping the left, the heel on the floor, really pressing it down. But for some people, this is just too much. And you might want to do it on all fours. You can lift a leg and then open the hip a little bit like that as well. So you choose what's right for you. But for now, curling under your toes, taking your bottom back towards your heels, enjoying a little bit of a toe stretch. And take a few breaths as you really soften into the shoulders, the ribs, the back of the neck, really quiet. And then with the upper body really quiet, I want you just to lift your knees about 5 centimeters off the floor and just notice how things get a bit busy. Notice how it affects your breath. Notice where you feel sensation. Take a breath in and then breathe out, drop your knees. Can you please do that twice more in your own time? So we're engaging the abdominal core a little bit, taking the weight down into the legs and the bottom rather than pushing too much into the hands. Lovely. And then next time you lift your knees, begin to unfold, taking your bottom back and up. You don't need to straighten your legs. You don't need to take your heels to the floor. And then dropping your knees back down again. So continue a few rounds. That looks really good, Monica. And if it gets tiring, rest in child. Lovely, Sue. Lovely, long spine. All I would say is try not to. So what can happen here is you bring the weight forwards with the shoulders over the wrists. Try not to do that. Try and keep that angle going on with the knees bent as you come down. Wonderful. And the next time you're up, please stay up. And take 5 breaths. You could take your hands and your feet wider apart and really just enjoy Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Taking any movements freestyle that you want to. Hopefully feeling lovely and open in the hips and the legs from what we did all that time on the floor. But now looking for length in the spine. Beautiful. And then looking at your hands and walking your feet to your hands. And just allowing the upper body to dangle a little. You could bend the knees a little. And pressing into your feet, inhaling, come all the way up, sweeping your arms out. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhaling, lift. Really big morning breath. And exhale, swan dive down, lead with your heart. Inhaling, bring your chest forwards for half forward fold. And exhale, take your right foot behind you. And really charge up the muscles of that right leg. Push through the heel. Make sure your front knee is over your ankle. Beautiful. You can use bricks for your hands if you can't reach the floor. And take a full breath in, long spine, bright chest. And as you breathe out, dip the knee towards the floor. And then breathe in, lift it, make it floaty. Breathe out, drop. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, drop. And then breathe in to lift. Keep the leg there. If your hand's on bricks, please take them off now. So we're going to slide the front foot back to plank. If plank isn't right for you, come to all fours. And take 5 breaths in your plank. Let's really enliven, let's strengthen the whole body. Draw the front body into the back body. Push through the heels. The back of the ribs are lifting towards the ceiling. Tailbone is dragging towards your heels. Brilliant. Take a breath in. And then everybody drop your knees and roll gently down over the front of the body. And bring your forehead to your 2 hands in a pillow. And I want you to imagine a really long neck beginning in between the shoulder blades. As you inhale and you gently take your eyes along the floor, up the wall as you lift. And then breathe out, come down. So really visualizing, feeling into the top section of your spine from the shoulder blades up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come down. Please slide your hands by your ribs and bring yourself first to all fours and then back to a downward dog. We're going to come into 3-legged downward dog. If you don't want to do this, you do it on all fours. Breathing in, floating the right leg up, really point through the toes, and then bend the knee to peel open that right hip, and you look under your right armpit. If you're in a downward dog version, try not to slump in the left shoulder. Make sure your left foot is straight, and just enjoy now the strength of this pose and the opening through the right side of the body. Fantastic. And then whether you're on all fours or downward dog, straightening out the leg and sweeping that right foot in between the hands. Beautiful. Fantastic. And now really charge up the muscles of the back leg, push through the heel. And on an inhale, brighten the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale, drop. Do it consciously, mindfully. Inhale, oh yeah, you can use your breaks. Inhale to lift. And exhale, stay here. Stay here. You can drop a little into the hips. Taking a micro bend in the back knee, is it possible to lightly step yourself forwards to a forward fold? And then inhaling to flat back. Exhale, fold completely. And pressing into your feet. Big breath as you bring your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Fantastic. Let's take it the other way. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhaling to flat back. And this time, step the left foot behind you. And take a breath in. And on the breath out, drop the knee a little. And just do that a couple of times. We're just pulsing lightly. And take a breath in with the back leg super strong. And slide your way to plank or an all fours position. This time we'll just take one breath. And I'm going to leave you to choose how you come down to the mat. Either drop your knees or straight as a stick all the way down. Fantastic. This time, can you bring your hands out to the sides with your elbows sticking up? So you're on your fingertips. And you should feel a really nice sense of the shoulder blades coming together. And you're going to press into your feet and your pubic bone. And on a breath in with that lovely long neck peeling up. Feel the upper back and exhale, come back down. Breathing in, peeling up. And breathe out, come down. Now breathe in, peel up. And on the breath out, maybe have a little peek over your left shoulder, tiny twist. And then breathe into the front. And then breathe out, have a little peek over the opposite shoulder, tiny twist. Lovely. Inhale back to the front. And exhale, come all the way down. Bringing yourself back to all fours. And then downward dog if you're coming to downward dog for the three-legged version. On a breath in, lifting the left leg up. Bending the knee to peel open the hip. If you're in the downward dog version, keeping the right arm super strong, the right heel working towards the floor. As you look under your left armpit, lovely opening for the left side of the body. And then straightening it up, maybe pointing the toes a bit and sweeping the left foot forwards. Well done. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. And then inhale to lift. Lovely, strong and buoyant. Light bend in the back knee. And then please step yourselves forwards. Inhale, chest comes forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, come all the way up. And hands to the heart. Take a moment to feel the body. And another little sequence flow. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, fold. Inhaling, flat back. So we're really bringing length into the spine. And on the exhale, step your right foot behind you. Now, this is where you have a choice. You might want to bring the knee down for this, or you have the choice of a slightly stronger practice keeping the knee up. Just make sure your feet aren't walking tight ropes. And whether the back knee is down or up, bringing yourself up with your hands to your hips. You can have a little feel here with this back knee, a little pulse. So you're really feeling the stability of the lower body, finding the floor. And from there, lift your arms, inhale. And as you exhale, open your wings. Hands are wide, slide the shoulder blades down the back. And inhale, lift. Beautiful. Exhale, open, strong, resolute for the day. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open to stay. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, hands come down. Come to plank. All fours position. So you're going to have a choice here. Lots of choice today. You could stay here, or you might slide over to side plank if that's right for you. You keep moving from side plank to side plank. If you're not doing side plank and you're on all fours, you could just keep moving from all fours slowly to plank and slowly out again. But we're all going to meet now, finding our way to the floor. Taking a full breath in and out. And on a breath in, simply peeling up the chest, rolling the shoulders back. And exhale, come back down. Inhale to all fours. Exhaling, downward dog. All fours, and we lift that right leg again. Lift it, lift it, lift it, and sweep the foot through. So you have that choice. You could drop the back knee, or you could keep it raised as you really find the floor and come up into your high crescent lunge. Ashtachandrasana. And inhale, lift. And exhale, fingers wide. And inhale, lift. And exhale. So your abdominal muscles are working to stabilize the lower back. One more inhale. Exhale. Take a breath in. And take your hands to the floor. Breathe out. Lightly step forwards to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, come all the way back, up. Exhale. We're going to take it to the left, but we're going to go quite fast. Breathing in, arms up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, flat back. And then please step the left foot behind you. And either keep the knee down or come straight up, inhale. And this time, maybe look up at your hands, maybe a little back bend. Take a full breath in and find your way to plank. Exhale. Inhale to plank. Exhale, come down. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, find your downward dog or all fours. And sweep the left leg up. Inhale. And sweep it forwards. Exhale. Find the ground, and from there, inhale, come up. Maybe a little back bend, strong abdomen, maybe look at your hands. Take a full breath in, and then bring your hands slowly around the front foot. Lightly step forwards. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Pressing into your feet, inhale, come all the way up. And hands come to your heart. And take a moment to feel the body. Feel the ground beneath your feet, the quality of your breath. So we're flowing a lot in the second half. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. A lot of breath, a lot of energy circulating through the body. Inhale, flat back. And then please simply step to a downward dog. And we're coming into pigeon. If you have any problem with your knees, you do the pigeon on the back against the wall or not, like we did before. You have the option of lifting that right leg, bending the knee to peel everything open again. You don't have to do this. I'm just getting a lot of opening into that right hip. And then look forwards and bring the right knee outside your hand if you can, with the left foot coming over to the left. So the right heel is about level with the left hip crest. Check over your left shoulder that the left leg is straight, looking good. And for a few breaths, come down on your forearms to settle. Breathe. So it's absolutely fine if you want to stay here, working into the hips, please stay where you are. Or we can bring a little bit of a moving back bend in, bringing our hands back, springing onto the fingers. Starting with the forehead on the floor. And on a breath in, peel yourself up. So the pelvis will come forwards, the spine will extend. And breathe out, come down. And inhale, come up. Like a ripple, like a wave, and exhale, come down. And then inhale, this time come up. And on an exhale, have a little look over your right shoulder. A little twist in your pigeon. And then inhale, come to the front. And exhale, another twist to the right. Inhale, come to the front. And exhale, a little twist to the right. Beautiful. Now inhale, come to the front. Exhale here. A little bit of a maneuver. Bring both of your hands to the left. Curl under your back toes. And you're going to swivel to face the long end of your mat. Standing on the right knee, left leg extended. You might want to cushion that right knee. Just allow your left hand to dangle inside the thigh. Keeping this right shoulder back. And as you slide the left hand towards the floor, pull the left toes towards you. So you feel the right side of the body, and then lift again. So we're just taking very gentle side stretch. Use the toes to help you. And it's fine like this, or you might involve the right arm, lifting it up and over by your head. And we keep moving, very gentle, delicate side bending. Until maybe you want to stay in your gate pose, your parigasana, pushing the right hip away from you as you breathe into the right side of the body. Fabulous. Take a full breath in, and on the exhale, lift up. And then simply bring yourself back to face the front of your mat. Curl the back toes under and come into your downward dog. If you are going to, lift the left leg up, open the knee and hip, bend the knee is what I meant. Just feel into the left side of the body. So you know what's coming. Looking forwards, bring the left knee forwards for your pigeon, or take it on the back if that's the version you're going to do. Have a little peek over your right shoulder to see that the leg is straight. Flex the toes of the left foot. That really helps protect the tissues of the knee. And then come down and settle for a few breaths. And it's maybe here that you want to stay. Absolutely fine, just dropping into the hips. Maybe you'd like to come into the little back bend and a little twist. Bringing your hands into little tents. As you breathe in, peeling up. Notice how the pelvis falls forwards, the chest puffs up. And breathe out, ripple back down. Beautiful. Try taking your hands further out to the side, Monica. Yes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. And then this time you inhale to lift. And exhale, peek over your left shoulder. Little twist, the ribs will come with you. Inhale to the front. And exhale, little twist. And inhale to the front. And exhale, little twist. Beautiful. As you come back to the front, place both hands around to the right. That little maneuver where you swivel. Stand on the left knee with your right leg extended. Cushioning that left knee if you need to. And we just very lightly begin to drop the right hand towards the floor, drawing your toes towards you. Keep the left shoulder peeling back. And then lift again. So your upper body is moving in one plane. You're not coming forwards. You're only moving to the side. That's looking really good. You can involve the left arm if you want to. Maybe you come to stay, allowing that left hip to move to the left a little as you breathe into the left side of the body. Take a full breath in, and then use the breath out to stabilize and come up to vertical. And then please find your way to a downward dog. Curl under the back toes. And we're going to transition just quickly to standing. I'd like to take one standing posture with you as you slowly slide your hands back into forward fold and roll yourself up. So we've done quite a nice hip opening flow there. Just notice how the legs feel, notice how the shoulders and the ribs feel. And we'll just take a simple tree pose, simple Vrksasana, just because it's so lovely to stabilize. You can always use a wall. So keeping the left leg as your trunk, allow the right hip to open. It should be feeling quite open now. And I don't mind where you take the right foot as long as you don't take it into the knee joint. I want you to really press the foot and the leg in towards each other. Eyes softly resting on one place ahead of you, one spot. Maybe lifting your arms up. I have my hands interlaced with the forefingers lifting towards the ceiling like a steeple. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Breathe. Try tucking the tailbone under a bit. It'll take the pelvis back and strengthen the abdomen to keep you stable. Lovely and long spine, long in the side body. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift the right knee up. Exhale, float it down. A little shake. And just bring yourself to the other side. Remember, it's a hip opener to the left. Don't press your foot into the knee socket. Press the foot and the leg in towards each other. Breathe. Maybe you can find some stillness, some softness here. Smile. Take a full breath in. As you breathe out, hands to the heart. Float up the left knee, inhale. Exhale, float the foot down. A little shake. And we're going to come down to the mat for a closing sequence with a brick. So it's 28 minutes past 8. I'd like to take this on for 5 minutes. Is that okay with you both? Yeah? Okay. First of all, just simply come to lying down. After everything we've done, just notice. Actually, for a moment, just for a moment, take your feet wide and allow your knees to drop into the middle. And bring your hands onto your belly just to settle here. We've done a lot of external rotation of the hips, and this is a very gentle internal rotation. It's just very balancing for the hip sockets after everything we've done. Really revel in feeling the stability beneath you now, knowing that there's no more hard work. We've done a lot to open and strengthen the lower body, a little bit on the upper body. Now if you'd like to just bring your feet under your knees again, so your knees come apart. Press into your feet to lift up your sacrum, and then lower the sacrum down on the brick. Take time to arrange the brick so it's not too far up the spine. It should be about halfway down your buttocks, so you can really drop the sacrum, lovely big bone, down into the brick. If you don't want to do a brick, you can do it without. And then we bring the right knee in towards us like we did at the beginning of the practice. You can circle a little bit, feel into the socket. If it feels right, slide the left leg long, but only if it feels good for your back. Relaxing across the collarbones and the throat and the face. Breathe here. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Lower your right foot to the floor and draw your left knee in towards you now. Maybe have a little move around. Only if it's right for you, slide the right leg long. Softening the ribs. And from here, you have a choice of having both legs sliding long in a supported bridge. Or if that's just too much, you stand your feet on the floor and you choose the height of the brick that you want. Just don't come to the very top height. And this is the final physical pose before Shavasana, passive back bend. Steady into the breath. Really trusting the support beneath you of the brick. Breathe. And of course, you're welcome to stay here much longer. If you're ready to finish your practice, stand your feet on the floor, press into your feet to lift, to slide the brick away. Slowly lowering down. I'm going to bring my knees in towards me, have a little roll around. And then please do anything you want to do to prepare for Shavasana, making sure that you're warm enough. And I will leave you here, taking as much relaxation as you want. Please make sure to take at least 3 minutes. And thank you ever so much for coming to this class. It's been lovely to see you, lovely to practice with you. If you have any questions, email me or phone me. I've got to jump up and see an architect. Bye-bye, thank you. Bye-bye, thank you.